Well, we we have a lot to talk about. This is a um this is we just decided to do this. We haven't done it in a while since our emergency podcast system. You're wearing a sweater. Uh
Yeah, it's 72 in here right now, so
okay, cool.
it's starting to get a little cold.
I don't even where do you want to start? I mean, it's insane.
I think we could start with the IG lives. I think that's interesting to us.
Yeah, we've been doing IG lives. Now, Instagram this is not going to be a whole Instagram episode, so just, bear
with us for a little bit, but this
Yeah.
is interesting
Now,
for us.
we're doing the IG live. I was watching a Tom Ferry video yesterday, and he was saying that Reels is going to be rolling out ads as well.
Yes,
So that's huge for us.
massive.
Way bigger than these IG lives. The IG lives are just, we thought they're actually going very well. They're like
They are.
podcasts, but with our good friend of the show, Dan O'Neill.
Yep. We've done what, 3 or 4 of them now?
Yeah. So what they are is where, we go up for an hour, usually around 7 EST, 4 PST, and we just bring agents up from all over. It's been pretty much just North America right now, but I mean, we're huge in other places
As the podcast results show.
As the podcast results show, we are
Trinidad and Tobago.
And where are we number one?
The Federated States of Micronesia.
Where are we number one though?
Belize.
We're number one in Belize. So
we'd be celebrities there, huh?
Oh fuck, we'd roll. Yeah, we'd have a private jet and everything. We'd roll out. Yeah, but yeah, we've been doing these. We're inviting anyone up. You can request to join, and we're just talking. If you have any fun stories, any questions, and I think it's a pretty good mix of agents, because we got you that's like fully content based, and then me that's like I use the content for my business, and then Dan is just a rock, like a fucking, he crushes. So
yeah,
we can
from
kind
the
of
agent's side. He's an agent.
Yeah, he's an agent, and
you're an agent.
I'm an agent, but he has like his own team, so he can come at it from a different angle. I think everyone has their own like angle they could come at it from. So they've been good. So the fuck's going on over there?
You hear that thing?
You got a leak.
House is about to engulf in flames. We've talked about IG lives before, and the reason why it's important to do it is twofold. One, it's good practice to be on camera. It's good to talk to random people. It's good for the Instagram algorithm, because the second you go live, it pushes your face or your logo to the top, so everybody sees that. And then also, the more features you use for Instagram, the better your content does. So if they're interacting with your live, or even if they tune in for 1 second, your next post is going to show up in their feed. So we're doing it strategically for those reasons. And also because down the road, Instagram says they might monetize it, kind of like with YouTube, how YouTube does super chats, and Twitch, where you could do super chats. So if a creator's, live doing like a live podcast, they can answer questions or bring up people basically. And it's been fun. Like, I think the first time we did it, we didn't bring anybody up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just us 3 talking, which was fun. But then the conversation gets kind of dull. It's like, what are we going to talk about for an hour?
Yeah.
And
I think they've already rolled out the monetization, not for you.
Yeah,
you're having some troubles on your end on that page. Do some updates or something.
I know.
But yeah, they've been cool, and it's great for like, we're doing it for that reason. We're growing the following, we're growing the brand, everything. But even if you're just like an agent looking for different, you don't want to maybe do a skit like I do, or a reel or something like that. And IG live is still a form of content. So if you can do that every week and have like, just the tip Tuesdays, or
whack me off Wednesdays. Yeah, of course.
Like if you can have like,
I got it.
Tips Thursday, so
gotta stick with the alliteration.
Tipsy.
How about just, ask me about the market?
Yeah, ask me about the real estate market.
Ask me, you're a San Diego agent. You just put in the caption for your live, ask me about the market. You go up there, maybe you just start talking, and then some people you can pull up.
Don't do that, because no one's going to join. What you have to do is say like,
why not?
If you're looking to buy or sell real estate in the next 12 months, you need to know this, like something
Right.
that's catchy, you know,
That's
and then
good.
they're gonna join and be like, oh fuck, what I need to know, and then bring people up like we bring people up. I
Yep.
found the more interactive it is, the more people stay on because they want to come up, they want to ask a question, and it's just super engaging and fun. And you get to meet a bunch of people. And it's like if you're doing it like as a community, like you said, as San Diego, and you're doing it community based, that's unreal. You could have like a full appointment on there. You
Yep.
could meet a lead and really get to know them right on Instagram.
You could do a show every Tuesday. And then also what's really cool about this is you could download it afterwards and see your analytics and see all the comments. And then you could interact with them afterwards and message those agents or the buyers or sellers or clients or whatever and be like, hey, I saw you tune into my live. You looking to buy or sell. And then also you could post that
Yeah.
IG live as an IGTV.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you could use it as content and you could pull actual clips and stuff for content. So, and it's really good. It's just good practice to talk, and it's good
Yep.
practice for, you know, speaking gigs and shit for us. And then, you know, handling questions. And it's really fun when people get up and just start talking shit to us. Like
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
that's the
becomes a
best.
roast session.
That Vanilla
is-
Ice motherfucker last night.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy was ridiculous. He
Yeah.
came in with like two like pre-rehearsed, pre-written insults.
I know. Well, that's like we bring that upon ourselves, but
Of course.
I think people
Yeah,
are,
'cause
they're quickly realizing though they get lit up just as fast. They're like they've rehearsed these things, and then we just don't try and light us up.
right,
Now
exactly.
you got
Yeah,
three
it's
people.
3 heads.
Yeah.
Three people that light each other up all day,
Yeah.
regardless. So
waiting
if you're
for
going to
this
come into
shit.
Thunderdome, you will get smacked
We'll get-
relatively
yes.
hard.
But it's good because like I hear a lot of people all the time saying like I just don't have time to do content, and I think this is a really good form where you're not really, you don't have to think about anything, you just go
Yeah.
live. And it could even be like I'm going to go do one at one of our really high end listings in Toronto. I'm going to go do a live and show the house. It's like a cool house, people are going to be interested in it. And
Yep.
you know, you can talk and make connections while you're on there. You can bring people up. They can be like, oh, how many square feet's the kitchen? I'll be like, fuck off, I don't know, you know, and just go on like that.
Exactly. And then your broker just watching and then throws you off.
Yeah, I start
But I
sweating.
think for agents, and we say this about all forms of content, but like you said, if you're sitting in open house, you go live for 10 minutes beforehand and show everybody. You go live during an inspection. You go live, you know, while you're talking to a client or something. I mean, don't divulge any personal information, of course, but people are interested in what we're doing, not us, but agents and us.
Yeah, people are more interested in us than you would think. Like people are
Yes.
more interested in my day than I would think, and then not because it's anyone, like anyone's
Agents.
day.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly what you just said, but I had to say it again
Yeah,
just
exactly.
to really pound it into their
on
mind.
repeat.
You know?
Yeah. But
Um,
you show you know, a house before a showing, people want to see that. Everyone's interested in houses.
Yeah.
So
just
very
like
easy form of content.
our episode last week with Tessa Bella.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we were talking about how she sees
Which
it
crushed,
kind of,
by the way. You got to watch that
oh
one.
yeah, it's incredible. She's just unreal. Like
Knowledge machine.
knowledge. Yeah, really, the amount of value she brought in that episode is crazy. But to see her page as like, you know, a TV show or a commercial or something like that, like that's how you should see it.
Hmm.
Because yeah, those things, exactly, an inspection, people want to know what goes on. And
Like you could ask your inspector or the appraiser or whoever's there and just like, hey, you mind if I film this?
yeah,
You know, and just like you hear the inspector talking, you just write inspector review and it's him talking about all the problems with the house. And that's giving knowledge to your clientele right there.
it's giving a ton of knowledge because like you're gonna know, and that gives a lot of knowledge to agents and clients because they're gonna be pointing out, oh, this, you know, the doors fucking whatever it does, and it's doing that because of this. You know what I mean? It's
The door is squeaking a little bit. Yeah, that's what they talk about.
like you'd be like, oh, see the shift here in the wall.
No, you make fun of me for only being able to come up with kitchen when I'm talking about
dude.
rooms.
I'm on my third podcast today.
Okay,
Um,
understandable. What other podcast did you do today?
I did too. I did one called Stay Paid, which the guys were great, and then the Success podcast.
Oh God,
Yeah. So clearly, I went on.
right?
It was
of
an
course.
obvious
The
choice.
Success podcast.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
name,
so-
huh?
But that what I mean is like, okay, you know, this is, the floor is slanted here. It's doing that because of this, and,
Right.
oh, that makes sense. So maybe I should look for that when I'm in a house next time,
Yes.
shit like that. Jesus
Moral of the
Christ.
story is IG
Go
lives
live.
good. And
Good.
I was against them for a while. Not against them, but just like now that we discovered that we're going to do them together,
Yeah.
as opposed to me just sitting there and fielding questions, it's just way more comfortable because you have other people to answer the questions. And then also we get to play off of each other. So I
Yep.
always thought like, I don't think it would be that entertaining if I'm just sitting in my apartment doing it. And that's why I avoided them. And
That's
then
what
now
a
that,
lot of people think.
yeah,
But
that it wouldn't be entertaining if it was me.
no, yeah, that too. But no, a lot of people think just like you, like, why would people want to come on my live?
Mhm.
They do if it's in you. I mean, you can't just get up there and be like, yeah, so yeah, you have to make it fun and
Yeah,
engaging
here's
and
my
like,
tissue box.
yeah,
Here's
exactly.
my
Can't be an
shoulder.
asshole. We've watched a couple of lives like that. It's just,
Right.
and we text back and forth and say, what the hell's
What's
going on?
here? A bad
Um,
live is a bad live. That's also a problem. So towards the end of the podcast, my mom was on it, and then my sister was on it.
On the live,
my-
not the podcast. The
Yeah,
live.
yeah. And just like saying, "Hey, invite me up," and I didn't want my sister to come on. So I was getting a little not nervous, but just like
I know
uncomfortable.
you were flustered.
I wasn't really that
You're
uncomfortable.
sweating.
I got more uncomfortable when you guys kept telling me how uncomfortable I was. It's like when you tell someone, "Hey, are you mad? Hey, are you mad?" And then eventually you're gonna piss them
Yeah.
off. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, fine. I'm fucking uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't."
I know.
Mom's listening to every word of this.
I know. No, it's weird. And then Dan's manager was on.
Yeah. And so it asked them if you want to start your own brokerage. That's the thing is like you just have, and also my friends are probably going to be on it. The good thing is I wasn't controlling it. You were.
Yeah.
So you could like let people up or kick people off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a fantastic moderator on those things.
Yeah.
But all in all, IG Live, good.
Good.
Instagram, good.
Yes.
Now, I want to move on here, if you don't mind, because had a very successful listing video, performed very well, which then in turn made the listing perform outrageously well. Okay. The best of the best do things differently, and they start by partnering with Boomtown, the top user-rated real estate CRM. It's all of the tech, tools, and support you need to generate and convert conversation-ready leads in flexible packages designed to grow with you. Run your business smarter with the #1 real estate CRM that agents actually use.
They actually use this. To check out Boomtown and see how you can score $750 in free digital advertising, visit boomtownry.com/overask. That's boomtownry.com/overask. $750 in free digital advertising.
Yeah, you know what? That's boomtownry.com.
You could put that money in crypto, in Cardano, and that could be worth $1,500 tomorrow, or it could be worth $200, or you could put it in your actual real estate business.
There you go. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. So
It's gonna be a better scenario.
It's incredible. So if you haven't seen, I did this Say Anything video, like the parody of the Boombox scene and Say Anything, the movie with John Cusack. And it's pretty much me. I wrote this song for it called Sell Your House. And it just keeps repeating Sell Your House. And the whole thing is I'm staying out there with a boombox trying to get some, the seller to sell her house. Did well. People really liked it. I find even if you don't know the reference, it still can kind of stand on its own.
That's a pretty iconic reference. So if people don't know the movie title, it's when John Cusack's standing with the boombox outside of like his girls. Like I haven't seen the movie, but I know exactly what that was.
Yeah. Exactly. You would think that everyone would know, but even if you didn't know, I think it's still like will work. So anyways, did that. It was a quick turnaround, filmed it on a Tuesday. My videographer edited it all on Wednesday, and then I got it out by Thursday. So it was awesome that he could get it turned around that quick. Listing came out on Thursday, and we sold it on Sunday for $200,000 over ask. It was a bully offer.
Name of the podcast. There we go.
Yeah. 200,000 over ask.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because in like the showing feedback and stuff, I got like, I think 6 or 7 messages saying like, hey, house was nice. Loved your Say Anything listing video. Like That's unreal to me.
So
Like that's
it's working. Like
it, yeah,
literally your comedic marketing and those videos, they're not just for engagement. They're actually getting views and they're getting buyers to come see these properties
yeah.
and they're talking about it in feedback. I mean, that's incredible.
It's really cool. And like yeah, like everyone was so stoked about it. 200,000 over ask is unreal. It was a bully offer too. We had over 60 showings in 3 days, like
Damn.
just crushed. Yeah, you know, so like the shit definitely works. And yeah, it's not just to get engagement, but it is getting engagement. So now that's building my brand while still selling real estate. It's the exactly what you want to do, right?
It's genius.
And then
It's,
I, it's genius. And then I
we're
had
geniuses.
another guy who I bought a place, and then like the sellers knew me. Not the agent didn't know me. The sellers, it was out of my kind of. Can you hear that?
I mean, a little bit. You got a hamster crawling around over there.
My dog is
Yeah.
trying to get into the room.
Also, what's
So-
what's going on with the sun?
I know.
It's like the sun's in your eyes.
I know because the sun's beaming right in. We're
Okay.
filming at a different time than we normally do.
Yeah,
folks.
that's true.
Yeah, the sellers knew me at one of these things I just bought, a house I just bought, and the agent texted me and was like, I didn't know I was dealing with a famous realtor.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's kind, but I'm, you know,
that's nice.
that's nice of you to say, but I'm not. Anyways, they sold me the house. Just fantastic.
You just bought a house.
No, I didn't buy a house. It was actually for my brother. My brother bought a house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know him.
Yeah, I do. He's great, Ricky.
Yeah. He does all our
All our web design, all our logos.
Yeah, shout out Lions Avenue. So yeah, it was awesome. But I am trying to buy a house, a second house. So I have this condo. For those of you who don't know, my wife and I own this condo. My dog's here now, Bowie. We're trying to, well, we're going to keep this as an income property, and we're looking for a second place now. And it's a fucking nightmare.
Who are you using as your agent?
Paul Greenberg.
Nice.
Friend of the show, friend of the podcast. No, so it's a nightmare. It's like really, and because I've been going through this, I want to ask you this question. You ready for this?
Yep.
Do you think you can truly, and I want our fans to get in. Hold on. My dog's, this is his favorite toy, and it was under the chair. Do you think that you can give the best possible service if you yourself haven't bought a house? Because now this is a fair, you know, either way, there's no wrong or right. Because will you know what the buyers are really going through? What, you know, like the steps they have to take and the feelings they're feeling. What do you think?
Well, I'll reverse that. I think some people that have bought a house once think they know more than the agent already. So there's that factor also. But
like a client.
I don't know. The thing is, I haven't bought a house yet.
Yeah.
And
but you've gone through the process of looking for, you rent that, right?
Yeah, we rent this, but I'm starting to pursue pursuing purchasing a place. But I'm sure it's like, I bet you do get better knowledge and you become more aware of the buyer's emotions when you're going through it yourself, for sure. I mean, it comes full circle when you're actually looking for yourself. You're like, this is what I do every single day for other people.
And I'm so pissed.
But it's got to be also a good feeling, like when shit goes wrong in your own deal and it's for you, you don't have anyone else to answer to. You don't feel that guilty because it's just happening to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to like call someone and be like, hey, they want us to come up another 20 grand. You just talk to yourself.
Yeah. Well, and my wife.
Well, yeah.
She's just locked in the other room. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, keep it down.
Right.
I'll figure it out. Yeah. So, but you've at least, it's not like you live at home. You've at least pursued you've seen the process of buying. I fucking don't think you live at home, like at your parents'
I live
house.
in a shanty outside of McHale Center in Tucson. Yeah, no, I don't live at home.
So like you've at least gone through that process of finding something for yourself.
Correct.
You know, so you kind of have that, you kind of feel that. I mean, I don't know how competitive it was when you were getting that. Like for me, when I bought this, it wasn't competitive at all.
Yeah, this wasn't that competitive either.
Like I just came in, I bought it,
Yeah.
I didn't compete with anyone. Now it's just not the case. But definitely for me, like when I bought this place, I learned a whole. I found I really took a lot away from it because I
Mhm.
knew exactly the steps of what was going to happen. So now
Right.
I could talk to them when I'm talking to clients. I can be like, oh yeah, this happened to me, and you're going to go through this, but I'd recommend you do this because you've actually experienced it.
100%. I mean, anytime you do any real estate transaction, whether it's for yourself or another person, you're gaining so much more knowledge and experience. Like you
Yeah,
know so much more after each transaction than you did the previous one. Like
yeah,
you're a 10 times better agent every single day. You're actually doing
yeah. You
agent work.
10x yourself.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah,
You Cardone yourself every
you
day
cartoon every
after
single
every
day.
transaction.
Yeah,
And if
uh,
and if you don't do any real estate transactions, you divide yourself by 10 every single day.
yeah, yeah. That's what I should come out with. We should come out with a book that's the 10. What would it be
I'm
divided?
seeing if you can. I mean, it's division is the
10
inverse of
divide rule.
multiplication.
Yeah,
The
10 divide rule.
or you
Just
shrink yourself or
just
something. I don't
divide
know.
by 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're gonna divide your income by 10,
yeah.
your knowledge by 10, and by the time you're done with this, you'll be 10 times worse than you were before.
The 10 divide rule.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, that's sweet. But I want to know. I want the audience to let us know, what do they think, because I've seen this argument before. Can you really give the best service if you haven't done it yourself? And that's the
Mhm.
age old question. And I think you can in certain fields, like coaches. I think you can with coaches. Some of the greatest athletic coaches have never actually played the game.
Yep. Well,
So,
let's bring it back to Tessa full circle. Tessa is real estate agent, is a real estate agent,
mhm.
did real estate investing, flipped houses, and now coaches real estate agents on social media. So her perspective is all from real estate. So instead of just being like a social media guru teaching agents, you know, strategy on Instagram, she actually could, voice what they're going through and, tailor it to how to market properties, how to market yourself, how to do open house videos, how to post just solds.
Yeah,
So, from
yeah,
that perspective, I think any experience doing anything makes you better at teaching it for sure, of course.
for sure. And I want to get into this real quick
Okay.
because this pisses me off. These
Yeah.
real estate gurus, and we talked about it a bit
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
last episode. This is what I want to say. Okay, have because it's starting to really fucking piss me off seeing all these people
Mhm.
pop up and stealing people's money.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. So I want to give some people some tips because I think there is a lot of valuable courses and like things you can take, conferences, courses, but I mean, you have to find the right people. Like someone like the Ryan Serhant courses, they're very
Mhm.
valuable. I thought they were great. Someone like Tessa is very credible. You're not going to go wrong. She has, you know, the knowledge and like she's done it. She's walked the walk. She can back up what she's saying. Jason Pantana, Tom Ferry, like find courses from credible people and reputable people. Um, if you're doing an Instagram growth course, search the person who is doing the course. You know what I mean?
And see if they've had any growth or
But
that any
exactly,
engagement or
because
anything.
you don't have to rush into these things. So like if someone has 25,000 followers and they're doing a growth course and you go to their page and they have 5 comments, a couple hundred likes and not a lot of views, either they're paying for these people or they have an audience that's not engaged at all.
Right.
Which, why would you want to learn from that? Either way, like you should be at 25,000 followers. I'm thinking at least 50, I don't know, 50
Yeah, I mean, if
comments.
it's like funny content, that's
Yeah, I
also
guess.
we're
I guess.
we're posting funny content, which gets crying faces and tags and stuff like that. If
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
posting normal content, like a picture of yourself in a suit or something like that, I don't
Yeah,
think
maybe
that
not. Maybe not.
gets as much. But yeah,
Another
completely.
thing though,
Yeah.
like if someone has 50,000 followers, 60,000, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
If 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 they're still at that same number in a month, something should change in a month. You should
Yeah, they're
have,
not growing.
and that's fine if you have 50,000 followers and you don't teach a course and you're just not growing. Okay, who cares? But when you're teaching this how to grow your Instagram and how to get leads on Instagram, and you're not growing yourself, then why the fuck is anyone going to buy your course? So look
Yeah.
for those little tells before you just like, waste your money, because that's what you're doing.
Well, people prey on agents. Agents want to spend money.
Yeah.
They want to spend money on their marketing. They want people to give them the sauce for social media. So it's just such an easy demographic to go after and be like, hey, you're, a 55-year-old, or you're a boomer. You don't know how to use social media. Look
Yeah.
at me. Here's the, 10,000 followers I bought. I could teach you how to post and do a couple Instagram stories if you, buy this course, basically. So
Yeah. It's super
having said
annoying.
that, we are coming out with a course, but it's a really funny course and it's a really effective course. And it's
Yeah, have we talked
taught by
about
an
it yet?
actual expert. I don't think so. This is probably the first time.
Oh my,
It's a
this is
it's a video course.
groundbreaking.
It's going to be electric.
Okay, let's want to get into it real quick.
Yeah,
Like
let's
a
get into
quick-
real. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we did. Okay. I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, you fucking sellouts doing a course. That's what you say with the merch and the fucking podcast. You say it every
Yeah.
time we try and do anything to better ourselves,
Right.
But
He's
this
talking to one commenter on Instagram. Yeah, you all say that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying the people who say that,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
genuinely, I know you think we're assholes and we're doing whatever, the memes and the videos, and we don't know, but we're genuinely trying to better the industry as a whole, and we're genuinely trying to make people better themselves, and we're trying
Become
to
better
provide,
agents.
provide as much value as we can. So we do have a course coming. We are not the teachers of this course, okay?
No.
So don't think that we're just gonna be teaching you everything about real
I don't
estate.
think I will be teaching you how to become a $1 million producer.
But
because
we do have
extremely hypocritical.
incredible.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about who we have, or just kind of keep
Probably
that
not, but let's
under
just say
wraps?
we have some experts, some
who sell
entertaining
hundreds of
experts
millions in
who
real
sell
estate?
hundreds of millions of real estate. We have surprise guests. I am doing like a social media Instagram course, but the kicker is it's funny. So Matt and I, mostly Matt, is acting in it and doing like hilarious side skits. So it keeps everybody engaged the entire
Yeah.
time. And it's basically like we came up with the idea of how to not look like an idiot your first few years in real estate, because this is a course that I craved when I first got my license. Like, I have to make all these mistakes, but we're going to show you all the mistakes that we made and that most agents make their first 3 to 5 years.
Mhm.
And, try to get that number down of 88% of agents failing in the first 5 years, try to get that number down.
Yeah.
And people could watch this course strictly out of entertainment. You could watch this course for social media. And I mean, we've watched the course and we're becoming better agents. Just
anyone,
watching their own course.
Yeah. Anyone, I think anyone will take something from it, whether it's just comedic value or they're getting like a couple ideas from the person teaching it, or, it's really directed, like Eric said, at that like 1 to 5 years, I guess, like that kind of.
Yeah, newer agents or just
Yeah.
anyone, like even if you're a part-time agent, you've been licensed for a while, but you haven't really got into it because you don't want to look like an idiot. Like I think that's what stops most agents from continuing, is they're so self-conscious and they know that they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So they don't want to keep putting themselves in positions. Like, why would I want more clients? Why would I want to go to a showing if I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing?
Yeah. And we're gonna try and highlight that on and that's what the skits are. They're funny skits of like me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. And it's going to show you really don't want to get yourself into that situation. So we're going to try our best to have you avoid that, because that's my entire first 2 years was that.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. It was horrifying.
Yeah. So it's going to be good. We're trying to get it out soon.
Yeah.
Eric, you're in Toronto right now.
Yes. If you're listening to this right now, I am in Toronto meeting Matt for the first time in person.
Yeah. Well,
it's freezing here.
That's why I had a hoodie on.
Exactly. And I brought the painting with me to Toronto. Yeah. If you're watching this.
Yeah. So it's going to be cool. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if you're going to be taller, shorter.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might look insane because you only see me reversed anyway because of the screen.
Yeah. You might look way better looking. You
might be looking at me from an opposite direction this time because I reversed myself on Zoom.
Oh, so you might look way worse.
I might look way worse or way better. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. Well, I'll let you guys know. We're gonna film some shit. I mean, we're filming stuff for the course, but we're gonna do a bunch of shit. cram as much as we can into the couple days you're here. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
You mean, yeah, I am here right now.
Yeah, the couple of days.
What are you
Yeah,
talking?
he's in the other room.
We are having fun. We
Hey.
filmed a bunch of shit already.
Yeah, we are. I'm
I'm in the other
looking. I'm
room.
looking at him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll dinner in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, I think
Well-
that concludes it.
Go buy the merch.
Yeah.
That also, we're trying to better the community. A lot of people look like fucking assholes wearing their brokerage branded shit. You know, we're just
Yeah.
trying to make
No one
people
wants to see
better.
you walking around in a Remax hat. Come on
Yeah.
now.
No, unless you're with the agency, no one wants to see you in your brokerage branded stuff.
Right, or Compass.
In my opinion,
Right.
in my non-biased opinion. Yeah. So
Get
look
our
out
new
for-
top producer hats.
yeah, they're sick.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing a giveaway soon.
Yep.
And
This week. Stay
yeah,
tuned.
this week. Yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in. We got some huge guests on the way, so keep listening. Not now, later.
Yeah.
Y'all take care.